Hello, I am here with a declutter, and this is all mostly makeup. There might be a few skincare products in here, but this is makeup. I'm over it. I'm over the hoarding. I'm over buying makeup because it's pretty if I'm not going to use it. So I'm just going to show you everything that I am getting rid of. Okay, so the first thing I'm letting go is this Too Faced palette. This is the Romantic Eye. It has a shade, it actually has two shades in here that I really like. The Honeymoon shade and then this Ever After. I love browns. I love shimmery dark browns, but I don't reach for this. I have not reached for this in a very long time. So it's just gotta go. It's not doing anything but taking up space. I wanted to keep it kind of like collectors, but it's just gotta go. At some point, I would like to get everything that I own in my 9-piece Alex drawers, get rid of my other little side drawer thing that I have, my skincare. I want to condense. At some point, I would love to just have it like in a couple of drawers, but that's not gonna happen because I love makeup and I have so much. For now, my goal is to get into my Alex drawers at some point, so getting rid of this, Too Faced. I also purchased the Strawberry Shake from ColourPop. I was purchasing everything from ColourPop and I purchased this. So the only thing here is that I believe it's this pink right here. I think it's this pink. I think it's these two pinks right here. I actually took this out of another palette. I have a pink palette. And these two colors right here are very pink. I took those out. There was two colors in here that I liked, and I swapped. So two of the colors that are in this Strawberry Shake palette are actually not from this palette. I believe that palette is called Ooh La La. So I'm gonna get rid of this Strawberry Shake palette. I just don't wear pinks. Like, if I'm being honest with myself, I might wear it once in the springtime. I have a lot of other colors that I can wear, or I might have pinks in other palettes. I know I have pinks in other palettes. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this. This has a really nice mirror here, but like I said, pinks is just, I gotta be honest. I've had this Tarte palette for a very long time. It's beautiful. I created beautiful looks. It has two very beautiful blushes in it, but it's bulky. Like, see how this packaging is? It's bulky. It looks like a little clutch, and I don't ever reach for it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let it go. I was on It Cosmetics. I was on their PR for a very long time, actually for like a year and a half. I shouldn't say very long time. I was on their PR, and this is the only palette that I actually purchased. So anything It Cosmetics, like palette wise, that I got in PR, I went ahead and decluttered because I was never using. I had actually purchased this off of QVC a long time ago, but I never reached for it. So and it's very cool toned. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let this go because I don't reach for it. I was keeping it because I actually spent my money on it, but I never reached for it, so I'm gonna let it go. I got this Marvelous Mauves palette in a BoxyCharm. And although it's a beautiful color scheme, I won't ever reach for it. I didn't think that it performed that great on my eyes, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let it go. If I'm gonna do like a monochrome type look, monochrome? Yes, I believe that's what it's called, monotone. I'm going to do like a brown, some kind of brown, or orangey brown, something like that, very neutral. I wouldn't do so much this kind of monochrome. I don't know what I'm supposed to be saying here, but anyways, I'm gonna get rid of this. It's a brand new palette. I used it once and it just sat there. So I'm going to go ahead and pass this along. So a long time ago, my sister and I, when Ulta started doing like these little, steal type deals where they would half price things, my sister and I both purchased this so we could get the free shipping. It's the double exposure from Smashbox. You're supposed to wet these to make them more intense. Who's got time for all of that, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and let this go. Never use it, it just sits there. Gonna go ahead and let it go. I had gotten this Earth and Ocean elf palette because I saw somebody create a very pretty look with it. But I'm gonna be honest with myself, I'm never gonna reach for it. If I were to reach for it, it would be for a couple of the blues and a couple of the greens, but it just doesn't get reached for. I rarely reach for the drawer that this sits in. This sits in like my drugstore drawer, and I just normally don't reach for it. So it's just gonna sit there and go bad at some point. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pass it along. Well, it's very brand new. I had gotten this last October 2019. I had gotten this palette from The Balm. They were at a Ipsy, what do they call them? They had some kind of event, and we were given this, but it's cream shadows. I never reached for it. I've only swatched it, so I'm gonna go ahead and let it go. It's just not something I'm gonna reach for. And there's a color in here, it's really pretty, this like goldy yellow, this antique gold color. It says it has a shelf life of 12 months. I got it last year, so technically the shelf life is expired, but I have only swatched it. I have not put it on my eyes, so it should be good. This right here was a YouTuber's made me buy it palette. Kylie Cosmetics, when she first came out, she came out with like her burgundy and her bronze palette, and I believe this was the next big one. This underperformed like crazy. First of all, there was a controversy of the palette smells like paint. It no longer has that paint smell. The colors are so pretty that when you look at them, and I really did enjoy this color right here, but for the rest of the palette, they underperform. The palette as a whole doesn't give me a whole look. Like, you have to use that blue in order to deepen it up. So you will always have to pull from another palette in order to make an eye look with this. It just sits in my drawers. And whoops, oh shit. Well, all these shadows just popped out. I guess it's a magnet. Interesting. Uh-oh. Anyways, I have no idea how these went in here. Something about this palette to note is that when I purchased this because I saw YouTubers using it, right? Something I want to consider in the future, or I've been very mindful of in the future, or currently, is that if I'm going to purchase a palette, I better be able to return it quite quickly. Like, I don't want to waste my time, waste my money buying something that I cannot return. So for that reason, I'm very cautious of what I buy online. Like, I have to have a good return policy on it. So if it's not something I can return easily, I don't buy it. So yes, Kylie, the peach palette is going bye-bye. All right, now I'm gonna start working out of my bag, and I'm gonna go a little quicker. So I got this Naked palette it's a Naked Highlight Duochrome palette from my BoxyCharm. I have an Anastasia palette that's very similar to this. I kept the Anastasia palette, and I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this. It's those duochrome highlighters that I never use, so I don't need like 10 of those palettes. Got this Bare Minerals. They're like setting powders. One's more of a shimmer, one's more matte. I never use it. I'm gonna get rid of this. Got this from a BoxyCharm. A lot of these things I got out of BoxyCharm. All right, I have this. This is like when I would buy everything, anything and everything, and especially if I went to Sephora, I always had to walk out with something. So this is one of those type deals. This is from Becca. It's the Shimmering Skin Perfector Pressed in Prismatic Amethyst. It is a very powdery, purpley highlighter that I probably have used like 3 times. And I'm just never gonna reach for it. I always reach for champagne type colors for her highlighter, gold or champagne. And so therefore I do not need this. I just don't need something like this that I'm never gonna use. I spent quite a bit of money on it and very disappointed that I never returned it, but it is what it is. I'm gonna get rid of it. Maybe somebody else will get use out of it. Another highlighter that It was one of those, you gotta get them all. So when Wet n Wild came out with these highlighting powders, I was purchasing them all. And this is a very deep rose gold or rosy color. It would work as someone with fair skin. It might work as a blush, but for me, it's just not a color that I'm going to wear, and therefore it's gotta go. I had this forever. This is way expired. This is NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat Powder Foundation. It was a good powder foundation, but I'm trying to be aware of what I'm putting on my skin, and because this is so past expiration, it needs to go. I have this highlighting duo that I got not too long ago, but again, I ordered it online and therefore cannot return it because it's just too much of a pain in the butt. You know, you'll be spending the amount in return fees as you did on what you paid for it. So this highlighting duo, it's not that great. I got the color Power Up, 120 Power Up. I'm gonna return, or not return, I'm just going to pass it along because it just doesn't work for me. I'm not into it, I'm gonna pass it along. This Mally blush, this is way expired. It was a nice blush, but it's a cream and a powder. And yeah, it's just too expired. I need to let it go. I was getting Prestige. They were sending me their stuff for a little bit, and they had sent me this blue eyeshadow. Their Total Intensity and Color Rush eyeshadow, and this is in the color Out of the Blue. It's a beautiful eyeshadow, but I gotta be honest with myself, I'm never gonna wear this blue eyeshadow. Like, I'm just not. If I need to wear a blue eyeshadow, I probably have it in a palette that I could reach for because everybody's throwing in blue eyeshadows now, so I'm just gonna let this go. It's just sitting there. I have this sample of Revitalift Volume Filler. I have other skincare that I reach for, so instead of letting this go bad, I'm just gonna let it go. I have these crazy whacked out eyelashes from Makeup Forever. Never gonna wear them, taking up space in my eyelash drawer, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. All right, people, are you ready for this? So a long time ago, I was ordering a lot of Anastasia, and this is one of their four eyeshadow packs or whatever. You can fill it with an eyeshadow. It's just a spare. I don't use it. It's sitting there forever. Gonna get rid of it. This was in a BoxyCharm. I was getting the Luxe, and the Luxe happened to be Fenty Beauty, and this just is the ugly color on me. It's a nice little packaging and all that, and the lipstick was actually felt nice, but this color is horrendous on me. I can't even tell you what the color is because it's so small. Now, I have a lot of lip products that I've swatched through. So at the time, I don't know if you remember, but metallic lips was in style, and I had belonged to the Kiss Me. It was like a monthly subscription. This is a very metallic berry color. Getting rid of it, never wear it. This is 3-Way from ColourPop. It's a metallic lip. Don't wear it. Milani, Pretty Problematic, a metallic lip. Don't wear it. Okay. Here's another thing. When Oz came out, who knows how long ago that came out? This, a YouTuber made me buy it. Like, I never used this. I probably used it like a 4 to 5, a handful of times. And I was gonna return it. And when I went to return it, the girl at Sephora was like, "That's a collector's item. Are you sure you wanted to return it?" Of course, I second guessed myself and kept it. I could have had the money. I could have bought something else that I wanted, but yet I kept it, and here it is, going into Declutter. Not worth anything, right? All right. I'd gotten this metallic lip in a BoxyCharm. It's a brand new. We'll never use this metallic lip from Too Faced. Getting rid of that. I've had this Spackle Under Makeup Primer in bronze. It's actually a really nice primer, but I've had it for so long. I always forget to reach for primers. And right now, the primers that I've been into have been more hydrating. So this is just gonna, it's probably gone bad. I haven't opened it to smell it. It's just, it's gone. Got this in a boxy charm. This is glassy touch and soul. I do not need my skin to be glassy. I just need my skin to be hydrated. My skin is very oily. I don't need this. I don't need it, so therefore, and I'll never reach for it. It's gonna go bad at some point. It has an expiration on the back, 2022. Yeah, 2022. It was manufactured last June and it goes bad on 2022. In 2022. So it's got another 1.5 years of life left in it. And so if somebody wants to try it out, I think I used it once. So if a family or friend wants to try it out, and I would have used it with clean fingers, they can try it out. But I don't want it. I don't need glassy skin. I have oily skin. All right, got a lot of lip products right here in front of me, so I'm just gonna go over them. I was into these very deep mauve colors, these deep berry colors. This is a very bright color. My girlfriend Prissy wore a color like this one time and it was so beautiful on her, but the chances of me putting that on, and actually I have one color from Maybelline that looked like this that I kept, and I'm gonna get rid of this because the one from Maybelline is more matte, won't move all around my lips. That's another thing that I had in my mind was, is it gonna move all around my lips? Am I gonna be worried about it like on my nose and chin? And so anything that was gonna move around that was in these deep colors, I went ahead and purged. I have these two colors from NYX. These are very cool tones. I have, come to the conclusion that cool tones just don't work for me. So this is in French Maid. It was nice, but sayonara, and this one is in Teddy. And Teddy, it's just too cool toned. It looks too brown on me. I'm not into that anymore. Oh, here's another one. So here's another berry tone. I was getting all the Kates apparently. These are all Kate from Rimmel. I had gotten this Jordana one. It's very dry. It's okay. It smelled good, but I never reached for it. Sweet Marsala wine. Just gonna get rid of it because it's just something I'm not gonna reach for. I have this illuminating stick from Laura Geller. It's one of those duochrome type. I don't even know if you could see it. It's pretty oily, so it's not gonna stick on my face. It'll be gone. Someone with drier skin might appreciate that. I had this sample I was keeping in case I traveled. With COVID, we're not going places, so, and it's not like my favorite foundation, that I would take with me, so therefore someone else that can use that can have that. I was trying to use this bronzer up, but it's not the best. I put a good dip. I don't know if you can see the dip. I put a really good dip in this, but this side is shimmer and this side is matte. I always dipped into the matte side. It's just, I'm over it. I got use out of it, and so therefore I'm done. It's not going to go away. And then I have a huge drawer full of eyeliners, and I was being realistic with myself. I hardly wear eyeliners. I never wear eyeliners anymore. So I was like, okay, if it's a color that I'm not gonna reach for, or it's just here's what color is this? This is a black. I don't know why I got rid of this one. Huh, interesting. That's a black. That's a color I will use. So I'm gonna put that one to the side. Gotta figure out why I decluttered that. So purples, these might have been dry. So, and if they were tugging, I got rid of them. So there was Tarte and Bare Minerals. Here's a bronze. I might have kept a different bronze. So some of these, if I had several in the same color family, I was gonna get rid of a few. And then this green, I will never wear this green. It's like a grass green. I'm not gonna wear it. Here's a pink, hot pink eyeliner. Will not wear that. This brown from Marc Jacobs, although when this was nice, Oh look, now it wants to be smooth. I'm telling you, these stupid declutters make you keep stuff. So I'm gonna keep the black and the brown from right now. That Marc Jacobs, it was tugging big time, but look how soft, or look how it just went across. So then there's this warm brown from Mally that I'm getting rid of. It's actually a nice, the style or the brand or that style is really nice, really creamy. I have several others, but it's a warm brown and I won't wear warm browns. I have the Marc Jacobs warm brown, so not this one, but another one. So I went ahead and got rid of that. It's a little creamier. And then like this gold, it's just not as pretty on me, or I might have kept another one. So got rid of that. All right, so then like I was going through and primers. This is Becca Ever Matte Poreless Primer or something like that. Yeah, Pore Invisible Primer. I'm gonna get rid of it. I don't really want matte primers. I want, like, I don't know. I don't want my skin to feel dehydrated. So that's the reason I got rid of that. Here's this blue from Tartiste, or Tarte. It's a Tartiste blue. I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of it. I mean, I had my reasons why at some point. Here's some blushes from Bare Minerals. It's too much of a mess to mess with these Bare Mineral pigments. So getting rid of those. Had this eyeshadow forever from Smashbox. Never reached for it. Always kept it because I thought it was pretty. I thought that blue was pretty, and I always love dark browns, like I tell you. But the quality has been stepped up since I've purchased this. There's better eyeshadows and better brands, so letting that go. I always keep this. Like I decide to declutter and then I keep it because of the blue side, like this dark blue or this dark blue or that teal, and I'm always keeping it, but I never reach for it, so gotta let it go. Got to let it go. And then I have these bright ass colors from Maybelline, and I'm like, let's be real, sister, you're not gonna use these. And I'm not talking about James Charles' sister. I'm just like, sis, biatch, you're not gonna use these. You're never gonna put these on your lips. Like at one point I did, but the older I get, I'm like, and you know what, I lied, because I thought that I kept the Maybelline version of that Kate by Rimmel, yeah. And here it is. Here's the Maybelline version. So I guess I decided I'm not gonna keep either one of them, and I'm not gonna be wearing that. So, here is another metallic lip from ColourPop, getting rid of that. Here is one of those NYX lingeries and French Maid. So here's a second one. I believe I got this one like as a birthday gift, when they do your birthday gifts. And it's still in its packaging. This is from Ciate. I believe I got this in a BoxyCharm and never opened it. Oh, no. I got this at the actual Ipsy thing, but it's a metallic lip, so I will not be using that. Here is a lip primer from ColourPop. Never reached for it, so why am I keeping it? Why am I holding on to it? Here is a very, very light pink satin lip from ColourPop. This is in the color Love Muffin. I was keeping it dark to lighten up darker colors, but no, I just need to let it go. This color was recommended by Marlena from Makeup Geek. This was the number 13, I believe. And yes, 13. It's so orangey on me, like it looks like a pink, but it turns orangey on me, and I just don't like it. So therefore, getting rid of it. I held on to it for quite a while. Getting rid of more of those eyeliners from Tarte. You squeeze it, it comes out on the top, and that's how you use it. But I just never reach for them, so I'm over it. This is a very nice foundation, but it's the wrong color. It always goes rosy on me. This is in medium tan. It always ends up looking pink on me, and so therefore I have to say goodbye. Like I tried to use it. I tried to make it work. It's one of those deluxe sizes, but it just and I think this I actually paid for like in a TSV. But this right here, the color does not work on me. It turns too rosy. So it's gotta go. And I think it had like glimmer in it. It had like, not full on glitter, but like glimmer. So if you caught a glimpse of yourself in the sun, you would see like shimmer on your face. Getting rid of this little fan brush. I just don't reach for these type of fan brushes. So, and it's pretty flimsy from Eco Tools. Here is a Laura Geller cream foundation, baked cream, not foundation, concealer. I never reach for it. It's just something, you know, I got to put my hands in. So it's just something I don't reach for. Like I noticed if I got to put my hands into it, I'm probably not going to use it. So yeah, that's going. I had gotten this palette right here from, this is from Bare Minerals, no, Buxom Line. And it was really pretty. This green right here is really gorgeous. But the rest of it, I didn't care for. It's very cool toned, except for that color green. You know, it's a little on the warmer side. But this palette here, I just, you know, it was one of those, I wanted everything I could get from a holiday line or whatever. And so therefore, I think I might have used it once. I might have used it in the video and swatched it and then never used it again. So bye-bye, you gotta go. This is a Sigma Accentuate highlighter brush. It's curved. It's a very nice brush. Like the quality on this is amazing. But again, I'm not going to use it. So why am I going to hold on to it? This is Cover FX Water Cloud Primer. I do like the feel and the texture of this primer. But this is for pollution and blue light defense. I don't need that. I need like SPF. If I'm going to have something in this kind of skincare primer line, it needs to be SPF if I'm going to be like that kind of primer. If not, I want it to be hydrating. So I'd like a primer that is like this, where it's like a lotion that's going to absorb into my skin, that's going to reduce the appearance of my pores, that's going to prolong the makeup wear. But yeah, that's not doing all that. So why am I holding on to it? I used it like twice. It's a nice sample size. Gonna let it go. Here's some more lipsticks. This is another one by Kate. Again, it's one of those dark colors. I think I was looking for like Sinful, no. You know, that MAC dupes. I was looking for those. So yeah, it's a pretty color, but just not for me. And then I've had this one forever, Lilac. It's on a cool tone side. Again, like I'm saying, I don't really reach for cool tone type lipsticks. And this kind of color, I don't know. So it's a pink. At one point, it was a fave. Like I did get some use out of it, but I'm just not there anymore. And so it's expired. This is another one that, you know, it's probably, well, it is expired. It doesn't have like, you know, all that nastiness growing around it, but it's just, this is from CoverGirl. This is in Spellbound. Here's the thing, what I've noticed, the cheaper the lipstick, the longer the shelf life is on these. Like the more high-end lipsticks, like my Urban Decay or Estee Lauder or stuff like that, those don't have a very long shelf life. So that's something to consider when you're buying lipsticks. Like unless you know on high-end that you're going to be using it and using it up, I wouldn't buy a high-end when you might find a cheap low-end dupe for it. So anyways, this here, letting that go. And then I have a few more things. So this is Anastasia Beverly Hills Eye Primer. When I purchased that eye primer and the first time I used it, it started oozing out. So here it is. I depotted it into this little like sample of something. And then I never reached for it because again, I gotta dip my finger in it. So this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Eye Primer. Very white when you put it on your eye. Therefore, it's gonna go bye-bye too. I'm gonna chunk this in the trash right now because how can I offer it to anybody? They're gonna be like, what the hell is this? So yeah, this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Eye Primer. I had depotted it or detubed it into this because it was leaking everywhere. And then Sephora sent me a second one, did the same damn thing. So that eye primer was horrible. The packaging on that was horrible. Here is eyeshadows from Mally. I actually had 2 tones of brown and 2 tones of purple. Her packaging is really nice that you can like mix and match. So the purple that I would use and the brown that I would use, I kept, and then I'm letting go of this, but I'm sure I will never reach for those either, so I don't know why I didn't just let it go altogether, but baby steps, because I've been holding on to that for a long time. And then the last thing I have is this Pixie by Petra. It's an endless shade stick. It's just supposed to be a shadow stick, but look, on my skin, there it's showing up. Like on my eyes, it just makes my, makes my eye look dark. I don't really care for it, so I'm gonna let it go. All right, that is it, guys. That is it for my declutter. Oh, I have a few makeup bags that I'm letting go. A few masks, like this one, blemish care. I don't really need blemish care. This is anti-redness. I don't have red skin. And then this is just a little makeup bag from Sweet Chef that I had gotten at Ipsy thing. Letting all those things go. That's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Oh wait, here's some more things here. This is, I found a few more things, sorry. This is a Bare Minerals eyeshadow that I never use. It's a brown color, but it's, again, a Bare Minerals pigment. Those are messy as heck. Here's a Jane eyeshadow. Jane hasn't been sold in a very long time from Ulta, so gotta let that go. I was using that as like a setting powder for my eyeshadow or my eye primer. Here is a sample size of Becca Rose Gold. Again, it's too dark. It's too dark for my skin to use as a primer. And then this was horrible. This is Beauty by Pop Sugar. This came in a BoxyCharm, and it's supposed to be a liquid eyeshadow. This color, it looks like a bruise on my skin, and the formulation of this is horrible. So these are all the things that I'm letting go. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget, if you like me, give me a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.